and welcome to another episode of The Profit Point here on OGTV, where we talk about businesses, ventures, and talk about how to make profit using our hands or using our God-given intellect. You're welcome to the program. My name is Charity James, and for this moment, we'll be taking you through our two segments, the business review segment and the sectorial segment. After this short break, we'll be having our business review segment, and on that segment, we'll be talking about leadership and team management for business. And our guest is standing by to take us through the analysis of what we need to know about leadership and team management for business. We'll see you after this break. You're welcome back from that break, and this is the business review segment of the Profit Point Show. Now, Mr. Shoyemi Shoyinka, a financial advisor, is here on the program, and he will be analyzing leadership and team management in business as our topic for us this morning. So you're welcome to the program, Mr. Shoyinka.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me on your program.
All right, now when we talk about leadership, what do we mean in business? Must we have leaders? Must we have team managers? Is it a must that you must have this set of people, set of personnel to run your business for you?
Thank you very much. One of the most important functions of leaders is to take initiative. So initiatives that are in the overall interest of the organization. Leadership is very, very important. It is the coordinating unit of all functions, of all units in any establishment or organization. So it is very, very critical that there must be a viable leadership in place. There must be quality leaders in place who are determined to run the affair of the organizations with the overall interest of achieving the business objective. So it is very, very important that leaders must be in hands-on, and it's also very, very important that such leaders must also be able to form a team that will also assist in carrying out the objectives of the firm. So it is very, very important.
Okay, so what does leaders or team managers, what do they do in a business setting? What is their role? What is their function? And how can they bring out the best in that business?
So one major important function or responsibility of a leader is setting goals. So a leader must be able to set goals for team members, that which will encourage them to work confidently, and also to be able to set up strategies for achieving such business objectives. So it is important that at the beginning of a year or at the beginning of a business period, leaders are expected to set objectives, to set goals. Organizations are set up with different reasons or with different objectives in mind. So those objectives must be properly communicated to each and every member of the team. They must be carried along, they must buy into it, they must understand the goals and the objective through which they need to achieve at the end of the period. So it is also very, very important for leaders to be able to organize their team efficiently. So organizing a group of people into tasks which can be done effectively. You also have to be able to assign roles and responsibilities to such team members, and being able to bring out the very best in every of the members that are in the group. Again, leaders are expected to take initiative. It is very, very important. As a leader, you must be seen to, one, understand the challenge. You must have an understanding of the terrain in which you are operating. Some decisions have to be taken, whether hard, whether soft. It must be taken, but the most important part is such decisions must be taken in the overall interest of the organization. It should not be sentimental. Such decisions should not be driven by self-interest or self-desire, basically. So it is also important that a leader must, must be experienced in that field in which he's leading. Leadership is a very holistic scope. So whatever role that a leader is expected to play in an organization, it must be such that such leader must be adequately experienced, must be trained. It has to be a technical training. Such leader must have that kind of training to be able to communicate things effectively to the team members. It's also very, very important for leaders to have knowledge of conflict management and resolutions. Conflict usually come up in the course of running day-to-day activities in an organization. So it is important for a leader to also be able to understand how to manage conflict, how to also be able to resolve it. Another important quality of a leader or a good leader will be to be able to manage communication. You must be very, very effective in managing communication. So meaning that your communication skill must be very, very up and running. Objectives varies depending on organization. So depending on whatever objectives an organization is being set up. So some it might just be for business operations, efficient business operations. Others it might just be to increase share capital or share presence. Profit maximization and cost minimization can as well be a business objective. Client satisfaction, increase in revenue, business digitalization or profit efficiency. So all these are some of the objectives of setting up an organization. But whichever one it is, a leader must learn to carry all his team members along. One good quality of a leader must be a good listener. Take that, a listener, a leader must be a good listener, must be a disciple, must be proactive. Proactive means being able to foresee challenges ahead of time and also being able to provide solutions. That is that. There are areas where leaders also need to avoid in making so that they don't pitfalls. I mean pitfalls. So there are pitfalls that also needs to be guided. Maybe I should just allow you to comment.
all right. I'm giving you the time because it is serving as a sort of seminar for us on the program, and people are just learning from what you're saying. Now let's talk about leaders and management. Are they the same concept? Are they the same person performing different roles, or their roles are just different? Is it the name tag that is similar? What is the difference? What is the similarities, and how different are they?
Thank you very much. Leadership is an act of leading a set of people, group of people in trying to achieve a particular objective. So in this case, a particular business objective. So that's leadership. Again, management is also can be looked at an holistic, organizations of people usually being led by managers to be able to perform that task of organizing, task of controlling, task of taking initiative and the likes. So, but I think at this level, we want to let's fully use the word leadership and management interchangeably. But at another level, at a higher level, we still have some element of variations.
Okay.
We have some element of variations in the two. But basically, we have management and you have leadership. So the leadership are usually at the end of a management affair. So I think we should just use the two terms interchangeably at this level so as not to confuse our audience.
Okay, now I know that there are different styles of managing organization, managing things for different type of people. Now, for team management in business, is it particularly that you use your individual style to manage your business, or you must follow a procedure, a laid out procedure to govern or to manage what you have in your business. So I'm talking about management styles now. Do we have types that a business must follow? Do we have procedures? Do we have strategies that they must follow to put through the management style they are using for the business growth?
So it's very, very important that for anyone to run a successful business model, there must be strategies in place and there must be processes in place. Just as I've said, there must be an objective. That is the end goal of every organization. And so in trying to achieve the overall business objective, strategies must be put in place. Now, who are those that put the strategies in place? Usually you have the top management layers of every organization. They come together, they set up strategies, and the strategies is usually based on, of course, the objective that has been set by the board. So once those strategies are set and communicated, then processes has to now be put in place in trying to see how such strategies can be articulated, how things can be done, how work can be done. And so processes can now be subdivided into what each member of the team is expected to deliver on daily basis or weekly basis or periodically, and what the entire team is expected to do periodically as well. So it is important that a good leader must be able to have the kind of leadership style that incorporates all parties, all members of his team into it. You must also be able to sell such strategies to your team. While not just selling it to them, they must have an understanding of the strategy. They must also have a buy-in. Now, it's only when they buy into it that they can key into it and also be able to drive such strategies. So in situations where you set up a strategy and your team members are not carried along, or they're not carried along, or they don't have an in-depth understanding of what you're trying to achieve at the end of the day, it becomes a problem. And such problem will eventually lead to you not being able to achieve the overall objectives of the business at the end of the day. So it is important that as a leader, as a quality and a good leader, you must be able to set up good strategies, working strategies that you can also sell to your members. Again, in the course of setting strategies, it's also important you bring players in. As a leader, you can't be everywhere. So you have team members that are specialists in specific areas. So depending on the strategies and depending on the objectives you are trying to achieve as a leader or as a management, it is important that you carry along those individual team members, get their inputs into why you are trying to do all this. So get their inputs into it. Get their views. Then again, as a leader, it is important that you must be a good listener. Remember, I said that earlier. You must be a good listener, and you must also be ready. You must also be ready to take feedbacks. You must be ready to take feedback in good faith. You understand? And you must also be able to open up in such a way that your team members will have the capacity, they have the freedom, laxity to come to you and share their views. Even share their views on your own processes, on your own strategies. So it's very important. A leader must do that. Again, in process management, it's very, very important that you must have a standard, we call it standard operating procedure.
Okay.
It's very important that the leader must be able to set up that process. So what an SOP, standard operating procedure, does basically is it incorporates all the processes that are required to take place before an objective or a task can be declared to have been concluded. So what it means is it is a document. It's documented. But these days that we have digital, everything is being digitalized. So it's documented in such a way that every member of the team has full access to it. So at every point in time, they know exactly what they are supposed to do, what they are not supposed to do at every point in time. Even when you have situations where a member of the team, is unavoidably absent in an organization, then it becomes much easier for the next person that is going to be coming in to just go through the processes and understand what the operational procedures or manner says. Then you can apply the processes, in such a way. So it is important that there must be processes, there must be strategies properly documented. It must not be something that usually comes from the leader or the management, at any time. So it must be properly documented.
Okay, so documentation of every of your processes for your business is needed for others to pass on the system so that the system can run even when you are not there. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Now let's talk, all right, let's talk about the benefit of all this for your business. Why is it beneficial for you to follow the due process when you are using the leadership and team management tool for your business? What is the benefit? What are the advantages that it will bring to your business before we round off?
Sure. Thank you very much. Remember I said the overall business objectives is very, very critical, and that must always be the focal point of every management or leaders. Then again, depending on what the objective is, just as I've said earlier, it could be efficient business operations, it could also be profit maximization, whatever it is. If you have a proper processes and documentation in place, it will help you a lot in trying to achieve this business objective. That is one. And it will also help you in such a way that your process becomes seamless. You begin to have customer satisfaction, customers are happy, even the employee are also happy. It brings about employee effectiveness at the end of the day. So all of this comes together, builds a brand, builds an organization, and it also leads to continuity of businesses. Year in, year out, you discover that as you continue to improve on your processes, as you continue to improve on your digitalization, processes are growing, businesses are growing, crime space are growing, market share is increasing, profit maximization is being entrenched, costs are being reduced over time. And so those are the beautiful objectives of beautiful, reasons why it is important that a leader must learn to digitalize or put into place processes, that can sustain the business viability. And most importantly, when processes are in place, it cuts away issues of fraud, corruption, and all other illicit transactions in an organization. Things are clear, and it becomes so clear to everybody what to do and what not to do.
Okay, now let me give you this final question, and I want you to answer honestly now. When you want to have your leaders for the business, do your personnel grow to become leaders, or you choose them to become leaders, or management? Do they come into that position, or they grow into it? Do you employ them as managers, or they grow to become managers or leaders of your business? Or which of these two is the best one to use to grow your business?
So the two options are they're great options, and there are no doubt. Again, a lot of things comes into place when trying to choose who a leader is or the next emerging leader is. You must have the technical skill, you must have the technical knowledge, you must understand the business terrain in which you are operating. You must also have those basic leadership skills that we've tried to itemize initially. You must be a good listener, you must be proactive, and all of that. So depending on the leadership role one is looking at filling up, of course it is important that you must also encourage people, internal recruitment, people that are also encouraged to grow. And it is good as a leader that you must also be able to develop people that works under you to become a leader. As it's been said, that you are not a leader until you are able to produce leaders of your kind. Yes, and so it's important that you try to grow people internally, in such a way that they will have a mastery of what they're expected to deliver on. And again, peradventure, if you don't have such technical skills in-house, then you probably have to look outside and then bring them in to join the organization. At the same time, such employees you are bringing in will also have a positive impact on those ones that they will be managing over time. So ultimately, you will still discover that by and large, the internal team will still grow one day to become that leader that you so much desire.
So your word of advice as we close on leadership and management skill for your business, why is it very important and why must people take it very crucial to the growth of their business or the organization they are running?
So, leadership, that's the driving force of every organization. It is important you get it right. If the driver is not equipped enough to drive the lorry, then it is definitely clear where the lorry is heading to. So the leader must be hands-on. The leader must be seen to do what he preaches. The leader must be skillful. Must be a good listener, as to be able to help the team member in also trying to achieve the business objective. And all of this must be done timely within the time frame of the organization.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Soyinka, for coming on the show. Thank you. Mr. Soyinka is a financial advisor, and he has been talking about leadership and team management for business growth, and we've had a robust time with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. Now we want to go for a quick break, or we'll come back the second segment of the program, which is a sectorial segment where we talk about vocational skill will come up. But on the segment today, we'll be advertising a particular product, and the CEO is here to tell us why the product is essential and good for the society. We'll see you after this break.
If you are in need of a satisfying and refreshing taste of water that will also serve as a source of natural mineral to the body, then Breaker Spring Water is the choice for all homes, offices and ceremonies. Breaker Spring Water is processed and packaged in a serene and hygienic environment with sophisticated equipment like treatment plants and reversed osmosis system. Endorsed and certified by NAFDAC, Breaker Spring Water is produced by Firmage Grace Nigeria Limited at Olauton Village, opposite Ogun State Television (OGTV), off Olabisi Onabanjo Way, Ajebo Road, Abeokuta. For distributorship, please call 0812 549 0993 or 0916 243 1659 or email at fumigegrace2002@gmail.com. Breaker Spring Water, healthy water for all.
Now this is Breaker Spring Water, moment and want to know why better water is the water that people need to take in the society. And we have in the studio with us Mrs. Fumilayo Ogunbuyi. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Fumage. You're welcome, madam.
Thank you.
You said ha. You've been here on the program for, this is the third time.
Yes.
You'll be here, and we thank you for always coming to OGTV to talk about your products.
You're welcome.
Now we want to know why you're here again. Why do you think people need to know Becker spring water again, and what is the improvement that you want people to know about your products?
Thank you. I'm here again, and I know that this is not the first time, and this is not the second time that I will be here on this program. And I'm happy that since I've been to this program, and we have been getting improved, you know, and we are happy to be partner with you. And we are happy every time that I'll be here. So everything has been changed, even when MD told me that I need to come this time. I will say that I don't have time, I don't want to come, because we don't have time to be here. So we have a lot of demand. You know, people have been disturbing me. I receive a lot of call here and there. Even for me to create time to come here, I just squeeze myself to be here. That's okay. Even Mr. Gunjobi just called me that, hey, madam, you have to be here. I say, oh, please. I say, okay, I will just try to, you know, try my best to be here. So that is the reason why I say, okay, I will just try my best to be here today.
What is Becker spring water different from other water we have all around, or bottled water, packaged water that we have all around? Why is it different?
You know, I think maybe people are seeing the difference now. So people see that what they see, they look at it that they look at what they have been drinking, because we have been telling them, you know, if people if they don't test it, they will not know that, oh, this thing. I know that people, they heard about Becker. Oh, is there any water that have been named Becker? What does that name call? Who is Becker? You know, some people just say Baka. You know, they don't even know what does that name mean for.
Okay.
So, and people just say, let me taste it. Even for most of our marketers, they just say, some people now just want to have some, you know, that water on their in the store. Guess what? If they have a product, please, you need to sell all what you have before you. If you have a water in the store, please, the water that you have in the store, you will not sell that one, because people will be asking for that water. Because our water, I cannot even tell you. Maybe the sugar is inside, because that water is sweet enough. Everything, and even we call those guys, you know, the people that treated the water maybe last week, to come and check it. That is there anything, you know, is everything okay? Because I don't want people to
recheck.
Yes, I don't want people to complain about our water that, oh, there's something, is the water tasteless, does it have anything, you know, and I make sure that, because I don't want people to just drink our water that they have any complaint. And I always make a call. I call our customer that, please, if
for
you
feedback.
Yes, I ask them, please, if you have any complaint, call me. I gave them my direct number, even here in Nigeria, and from my direct number from US. I gave them, please call me on WhatsApp. If you cannot call me direct, I know that some people, they might not call me, but call me, tell me that, hey, I'm one of your customer. Please, we have a complaint. And they do that.
That means your company is open up for feedbacks, complaints, and for you to improve on yourself.
Yes.
Okay, now let's tell us where your company is situated, so that people who want to come in contact with you, who want to be your sales personnel, or who want to be your distributor, can know where they can locate you.
Yes, our address is located at number 1 Olauton Village, opposite OGTV, OGTV Television, Olabisi, Onabanjo, Ogun State.
Okay, and we want to know about how to get your products now. Are people free to just come to the workshop, the factory, to get the water, or do they have to go through any procedure to be part of those who can buy or distribute for you?
Yes, they can go online. So they can go through our website. Our website is www.fullmygrace.org, or they can call us on our phone number 0108125490993 or 0916293169. They can still call me 07060695125, or they can call MD 09047050173.
Okay, before we move on the questioning again and what the CEO has for us on Becker Spring Water, let's look at this jingle again and get some information from what the jingle is saying.
If you are in need of a satisfying and refreshing taste of water that will also serve as a source of natural mineral to the body, then Becker Spring Water is the choice for all homes, offices and ceremonies. Becker Spring Water is processed and packaged in a serene and hygienic environment with sophisticated equipment like treatment plants and reversed osmosis system. Endorsed and certified by NAFDAC, Becker Spring Water is produced by Fullmage Grace Nigeria Limited at Olauton Village, opposite Ogun State Television (OGTV), off Olabisi Onabanjo Way, Ajebo Road, Abeokuta. For distributorship, please call 0812 549 0993 or 0916-243-1659 or email at fullmagegrace2002@gmail.com. Becker Spring Water, healthy water for all.
You're welcome from that short break, and now we want to know if Becker Spring Water is registered, because we have a lot of water out there that do not have this NAFDAC water. And if NAFDAC does not certify your water, okay, that means you're just running the business underground. Now let's talk about the NAFDAC. Is it registered? Do we have a resting assurance that this water that we are taking will be healthy for the body?
Yes, even we just do the renewal just maybe recently, and I know that the NAFDAC, they just came to the company, and that was around October, and our NAFDAC number is E16134L, and we have marketers. We have been to Osun State, Oyo State, Ibeju, Lekki, Ilupeju, and Sango, Ibadan, Ilupeju, and so, you know, some other places that I couldn't remember. And what is other?
Okay, that means you have distributors all of these places you mentioned.
Yes.
All right, now let's talk about how hygienic is the area you produce this water, because people are just particular. They might have that number, but the environment where they produce the water might not really be appealing. So how hygienic is a production area? Can people be rest assured that when they take your water, there will be no waterborne disease?
No, you know, the environment is, our environment is very conducive. You know, when we talk about our environment, I don't mind that even when NAFDAC people, when they came, they told us that they can show up anytime. And we assured them that, yes. Even when I came home, that was around August. That's the reason why I came home during that time. And I told them that whenever, I thought maybe they will come during that time. Because I came because of renewal, you know, for the NAFDAC. And they told us that, oh, no, they want to come in surprise. And I said, okay, that's okay. And I cannot even, I try to, you know, to extend my my flight, but that one is not possible. So I need to go back. And after that, they came, that was around October. And when they came, they just come and surprise without notice.
Unannounced, okay.
Yeah, so we are surprised, and the staff just told me that, oh, NAFDAC are around. I said, you guys, do you see now? That's what we have been telling you. And they said that everything is okay. So I said, is there any complaint? This is that everything is fine. Okay, you guys are okay. So I don't have any problem. So if anybody want to come to our company, everybody are welcome. Everybody welcome to our company anytime. We are fine.
Okay, now
so
tell us the address of your company again, and where other branches where people, or other places where people can get Becker Spring water.
So our company located at #1 Olauton Village, opposite OGTV, Olabisi, Onobanjowe, Ogun State. We have marketers, Mrs. Badamosi in Tekobo, Idiaba. We have Miss Mujisola in Randa. We have Miss Bolaji 24 hours in ANEC office. We have Alubarika opposite immigration office, Okemoson. We have Olori Miss Smith in Tirimi. We have Miss Miriam A.K. and Kala in Tirimi. Okay. We have Yala J1 of Egbad, you know. We have Miss Daniel. We call Mommy Vivo. You know, we have a lot of people that I cannot mention their name.
Okay, that means Becker water is all over.
Yes.
All over the place now.
Yes.
Now, are you saying you don't need more distributors?
We need more. We need more. We need more. Even we have a lot of people in Rwanda right now, and right now we have a lot of people that they are calling for more orders. We have even like we have Mr. Wasiu at Tesbaf Hotel.
Okay.
So
how can they come in? Can you tell us the number and how they can contact you?
They can reach us. We have our number, and you know, our number located in you know, when on 0808125490993, and another one of our number is 0916293165. They can still reach me on 07060695125.
Okay, and that will be all on Becker Spring Water. We invite insight into Becker Spring Water.
Yes.
We wish you success in your endeavor. Thank you for coming. Thank you for making, giving us good water and telling people on how to get across to your location to get this water. So you're welcome, madam.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And now, before we leave the program, don't forget that you can join OGTV or the Profit Point Show, and you can be a sponsor of any of our programs, or you can advertise on any of our programs by coming to the marketing office here at Olabisi Onobanjo Way, Ajebo Road, here in Abeokuta. And you can reach us on our phone line, which is 080342929, and you can tell us what you need about OGTV, any information at all, and we are there on our social media platforms. So until next time when we come your way, don't forget that if you want to make profit or impact in the society, you must be up and doing, and you must make impact in the society positively. My name remains Tracy James, and we will see you again on the Profit Point Show next Thursday, God willing. Let's leave you with this jingle from Becca Springwater.
If you are in need of a satisfying and refreshing taste of water that will also serve as a source of natural mineral to the body, then Breaker Spring Water is the choice for all homes, offices and ceremonies. Breaker Spring Water is processed and packaged in a serene and hygienic environment with sophisticated equipment like treatment plants and reversed osmosis system. Endorsed and certified by NAFDAC, Breaker Spring Water is produced by Fumage Grace Nigeria Limited at Olauton Village, opposite Ogun State Television (OGTV), off Olabisi Onabanjo Way, Ajebo Road, Abeokuta. For distributorship, please call 0812 549 0993 or 0916-243-1659 or email at fumigegrace2002@gmail.com. Breaker Spring Water, healthy water for all.